Damn, that's some good coffee. Just had my cup of coffee this morning. I'm ready to go. Let's get the ball rolling, guys. Let's talk. How are you? Andy Sukhu, founder and CEO of Y2K Credit Solutions. So, listen, you came to our program. We looked at your credit. We fixed your issues. Got you a good credit score, clean credit report. All your negatives are off the credit reports. You're leaving our office with a 700, 750 credit score with your first credit card. Now, you're ready to get your mortgage, better interest rates, car loans. You know, you're able to do whatever it is that you dreamed about doing before you had bad credit. Now you have good credit. Now here's the thing. I still gotta deal with you. And I don't wanna deal with you no more. Right? In a good way, not a bad way, but I wanna make you that once you finish fixing your credit, you're able to stand alone on your own 2 feet. Manage your credit, and I want to make sure I give you the education that you need to maintain your credit so you don't end back up in this office. All right, so I started something new, a new topic. It's gonna call What Now. We're gonna call it What Now. What now? That's what all you guys call me for. What do I do now? So I came up with 5 topics, 5 videos, quick topics. I'm gonna have about 8 bulletin points here. And we're going to talk about it, right? And this is the information you need to know how to maintain your credit so you don't end back up in this office. You don't damage your credit score. You don't burn relationship with banks. You don't burn relationship with auto loans. You don't get your credit ran a gazillion times trying to get an auto loan. You get your best rate on your mortgage. This is the information you will need to maintain your credit, maintain your credit health, and stay out of my office in a good way. You know, we're always here for you. I love you guys. We're always going to be here for you. Our phone's always going to be on. I'm here, you know. But if I could save you money and guide you through the process, and this is all free information I'm giving you guys, all right? So, what now? First topic. Now that you have good credit, how do you maintain it? How do you keep it? Keep the score high. How do we get to the 750 score? I'm going to tell you. The first thing, keep track of your purchase. A lot of you guys get your first credit cards. You guys go crazy shopping. And I tell you guys, which we'll talk about, for the first 6 months, only use 30% of your limit. The first thing you want to do is always keep track of how you're spending on your credit card. Always. You want to know exactly where your money's going, what you're buying, can you afford to pay it back, right? So keep track of your purchases. Always look at your statement every month. Second thing, this is big. And honestly, this should have been number 1, but this is big. Set up automatic payments. A lot of you guys have a lot of things going on. Listen, we all have life, we all have work, we have family, real estate that we're managing, whatever it is that we do in our personal day-to-day life. It can be easily forgotten to make 1 monthly payment. That 1 monthly payment can cost you 100 points if you get a late payment on your credit report. Set up monthly payment. Every single bank has automatic debit, and you have a checking account. Set it up automatically so every month, even if you can't pay a little more than the minimum, at least you're paying the minimum, so you're not getting that late payment on your credit report. Trust me guys, that late payment will put you all the way back from a 750 to a 590. I promise you, I've seen it happen already. 1 late payment, all right? So set up automatic payment with your checking account, that it automatically drafts the money for you. Use as little as 30% on your first 6 months of credit limit. So this is big too. This is actually big. I think this should have been number 2. I should have put it here. Use a little of your credit limit. Don't go, let's say you have a credit limit of $1,000. Don't go spending $1,000 the first month. For the first 6 months, this is what I want you to do. And I know you hear it from a lot of people on social media, and a lot of other credit gurus are saying, pay your bill off in full, pay your bill off in full. Here's the thing, and why. First off, you're supposed to use 30% and keep 70% available at all times. Once you go over the 30% mark, your score starts to drop, right? Second thing is, when you pay it off, consumers seem to think that if I pay my card today, tomorrow my score goes up. No, it doesn't work like that. The creditor has to update to the credit bureau that you paid the bill, and that's when your score is gonna go back up, right? And you wanna use 30% so you know you can afford to pay it back off. This is also going to tie into the next topic I'll talk about, how you pay your card for the first 6 months, because there's a strategy that you have to do in order for the creditors to report to the credit bureaus every single month for the first 6 months so your score can go up. Listen, when you come to our office and we fix your credit, And wherever you leave, whether it be a 700, 750, everyone wants to go to that magical number, 800, 850. And it's gonna happen over time. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna happen over time. How you use your credit, how you pay your credit cards, and so forth. That's how it's gonna work, all right? Not with one card. So, you use 30% for the first 6 months. This is manageable. And only until you have, excuse me, a 750 credit score and 6 months of history, I would suggest you can max it out, pay it off, do whatever you want every month or before your business cycle, because now you're able to manage it. You understand the fundamentals of how to pay your credit card off. It's big. So, use 30% at all times, right? Until after 6 months. For the first 6 months, you're gonna follow the pattern of how you're gonna pay this back. Now remember I say, it takes 6 months to build credit with one creditor. I say that all the time. 6 months to build credit with one creditor. So this is how I want you guys to pay your bills off for the first 6 months. If you can see this, you probably can, but I'll explain it. We have a graph here, with 6 months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The credit limit is $1,000, okay? For the first 6 months, you're gonna use $300, 30%, right? Now, for the first month you use $300. When the bill comes, you're gonna split that in half. You're gonna pay $150 one month, $150 the next month. The third month, you're gonna use $300. But when the bill comes on the fourth month, you're gonna pay it off in full. There's a reason why I'm telling you to do this. The fifth and sixth month, you're gonna use $300 and you're gonna split the payment again. So now you have 6 months of on-time payment history. You didn't max out your credit card, you only used 30%. The bank, out of that 6 months, the bank made a little bit of interest off of you 4 months. Out of the 6 months. But it's pennies. You're really never going to really notice it. The reason why you want them to make a little bit of interest off of you is so they can report to your credit report, okay, okay, okay. Opposed to no data. No data means no credit, right? You didn't get points for that month, right? They have to make a little bit of interest off you. So don't be afraid. I know a lot of people tell you don't want to carry balances. When you're rebuilding your credit, you have to let them make a little bit of interest off of you. If not, it'll take a longer period of time for you to get to that, move from that 750 to 800 range. Now, after 6 months, you can swipe and pay it full every single month. Because now there's a pattern of reporting to the credit bureaus. If you remember last week, we talked about the Metro 2, how they report to the bureaus, all electronic forms. Now there's a pattern, it's automatically going to be reported, paying on time, paying on time, paying on time. The first 6 months is very crucial, guys, always. Bulletin number 5, check your statement regularly. You always want to check your statement every month. You want to know exactly what's on there. You want to make sure there's no fraudulent charges. You want to make sure, and you want to understand how to read the statement. You want to know when your statement date is, when your due date is. You want to be familiar with your credit card statement. Yeah, they all have the same formats. Some banks have different data, not that much different. However, check your statement every month and understand what's in the statement, what goes into it. What's your statement date and when is your due date? Those dates are very important. Check that out. Sixth thing is redeem the rewards. Now, we advocate for a lot of credit cards that gives you cash back, points back. We just did a post a couple days ago showing you the best credit cards of 2021. You want cards that are giving you points back. So if you spend $1, you get points back. You spend $2, you get $1 back. It adds up. Some months, if you don't want to, you can either use the points for traveling. You can also use the points at restaurants. You can use the points to pay your cards back. Those are very important. Those are things I do. I use points to pay things back. Use the perks. What do I mean by use the perks? That's number 7. Number 7, use the perks mean every credit card company has an online application, online app, right? Chase, Capital One, Discover, everyone has an online app. Every month they run promos that if you eat at a certain restaurant, you get $5 back. You spend at a certain store, you get $10 back. You want to look for those perks and use those perks. That's the reason you have good credit and you have good credit card rewards. It all builds up over time. So those are some of the perks they offer to you. Number 8 is very, very big. What now? This is very big. Consumers are only allowed to have 6 inquiries in a 12-month period. Anything more than that, you will get denied for credit cards when you apply, because there is a line under denied reason, declination reason, denied due to too many inquiries and not enough credit opened up. 6 inquiries. Trust me, guys, if you go over that, it's going to hurt you. And 2 credit cards in a 6-month period. Pay attention to what I said. It takes 6 months to build credit with one bank. That means 6 months to build credit one bank. When you build the 6 months of on-time payment, the bank made a little bit of interest off of you, your score gone up, you have a good positive reporting history, you zero out the first card, let the balance go to 0, then you apply for your second card. Now, you should only have 2 inquiries now, one for the first credit card and one for the second credit card. Now, we repeat the same, when you get the second credit card, after 6 months, we repeat the same steps right here, guys. After you have 2 credit cards, 2 prime credit cards on your credit report reporting with a 12 months history payment on time, sky's the limit from there. It's really, the sky's the limit. You can do anything you want. So guys, the first topic was, what do you do now when you have good credit? These are the 8 steps that I recommend you follow. You probably can see this on the screen. I'll probably give it to our media guy. He'll put it up there as well. But this is what you want to follow, and how you're going to have that 750, 800 score, and how you're not going to be coming back in this office again. All right, guys. So listen, if you have any questions, this video is going to be up on our YouTube channel. Leave a message below. Comment, like it, share if you like it, or share if you know someone that needs this information. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.